An old Cherokee told his grandson, "My son, there is a fight going on inside me. It is a terrible fight. It is between two wolves. One is evil. He is anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, and ego. The other is good. He is joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The same fight is going on inside you and inside every other person too." The boy thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf wins?" The old Cherokee simply replied, "The one you feed." This was me a year ago. I was motivated and fully accountable to myself for the things I was accomplishing. I was living a healthier lifestyle, and in my mind, nothing would stop me. I had lost 30 pounds over the course of 6 months by eating the types of foods that made me feel alive, along with moderate exercising. Then something unexpected happened. Self-doubt started to creep back in. The evil wolf started gaining traction, and my decisions started becoming automatic programs once again. I started feeling like I no longer had a choice. I was feeding my inner critic all things negative. It's crazy how I felt so mentally ready for anything one minute, but then something shifted in my environment and I started to backslide drastically into old routines and bad habits. These doubts led me to make excuses for myself. I started saying things like, "I don't have time," "I can't today," or tomorrow will be better. And life has been happening. And sometimes I make the right choices, but sometimes I don't. So, this is I haven't made the best choices phase, but the same battle that the old Cherokee was telling his grandson about, I was continually struggling with that. It's so much easier to play the victim in a challenging situation or circumstance, because when I was playing the victim, I was no longer to blame. I was then absolved of all responsibility, and instead I put the blame on others, and just like that, it's not me that needed to be fixed, it's them. This was helping me lose all my confidence and really feel like I was going back into everything that I had strived to leave behind. And I was just not being accountable for any of it. I didn't want to confront the root cause of the problem, which was myself. It's so much easier to be angry at others and blame them than to start having to look inward. Because when you start looking inward, it starts unraveling things that you've never wanted to face. I started to lose sight of everything that I had accomplished and focusing on everything that I was lacking. Bad decisions were leading me to guilt, and eventually I felt I had fallen prey to the pleasure trap. This is where I put in the least amount of effort for the most amount of overindulgence. So basically, the moral of my story is that I failed, and I've not only failed, but I failed miserably. I gained back all the weight that I had originally lost, and this is where I stand today. However, for 2022, I have pledged to become fully accountable for myself, fully accountable for my thoughts and my actions. I'm going to take control again of my day-to-day decisions. I want to feed my heart, body, and soul only the things that serve me and letting go of everything that doesn't. I'm going to set myself up for success by starting with a strong foundation this time around. I'm also armed with all the knowledge that I've gained from all my past failures. See, that's the beauty of this process. Each time that I fail, I don't lose, I only gain. And I gain that knowledge of the things that have gone wrong. And every time, I'm setting myself up to be stronger and stronger. And so, which wolf wins? The one I feed.